I know exactly what you're thinking. What's CaravanVlogger doing sitting in Newport Pagnell Services on the M1 without a caravan? Well, I am heading up north to a caravan and motorhome dealer, and I'm going to look at something, and if I like it, I'll be buying it. However, that's in a later vlog. Oh, have a guess what it is in the comments below. Anyway, this vlog is actually a little update for you on the channel. Actually, first, I'll just go and get a coffee. It's all right. It's CaravanVlogger. Right, coffee purchased. Good to see Starbucks in Newport Pagnell Services using the NHS test and trace app. So there's barcodes, the QR codes as you go in, so I checked in, that's good. First time I've seen that, excellent. Hopefully more places will have it and more people will use it. I must say though, not a lot of people used it. In fact, maybe 15 people in and out I saw, I was the only one to use it, which is a bit of a shame. I suppose if you don't use it, then you're never going to be told to quarantine, because you never, you know. So today, stopped for a coffee here. While I've stopped, I'll give you a quick update on the channel. So I wanted to just briefly cover kind of what we've been doing this year because of lockdown. So as we all know, 4th of July we were all allowed out again. So myself and Maddie had booked a little bit in advance for the 4th of July, kind of trying to second guess when the lockdown was going to ease. Fortunately it was 4th of July, so we booked Normanhurst Court in East Sussex, I think it's near Hastings, and we've been there before many years ago, and it's an okay site. Nothing wrong with a site as such. So really it was just, you know, we'd been, as have many people, we'd been indoors since at least March the 23rd, actually probably a bit before that I started working from home, and we needed to get out. So 4th of July, 2 weeks, weather shocking, nothing open, although it was good to get away. I wouldn't say it was a successful holiday as such. Then the second break we had was towards the end of August. We're now middle of September, so end of August, so 2 or 3 weeks ago. Miserable weather, apart from a few days. We did meet Claire and Ian and Mike from the Love of Caravans down there, so we had a really nice few days with them. And we were fortunate enough to have good weather during those couple of days we were there, so we had a barbecue and stuff like that. It was really nice to see them and nice to have a bit of good weather. Anyway, I'll link a vlog. I've got a playlist now, the Cornwall vlogs. At the moment I'm in the middle of showing them. I think there's a couple more to go. By the time this comes out, it's probably only one more to go. What we wanted to do was have a little break, a mini break in London, just like a long weekend. So we were looking at Abbey Wood, and I think it's Abbey Wood it's called, and Crystal Palace. Now of course with this, the way COVID is at the moment, there's a lot of local lockdowns, so we didn't want to book up and then, you know, we thought that we could go to something like Greenwich or Cutty Sark, and we could book tickets, and even maybe the Tower of London, because we've read on a few forums that those sort of things are normally really busy, but since as it is now, they're taking bookings, so they limit the amount of people in there, so it'd be much better for us, because we're not big fans of crowds and hordes of people grappling over things, fighting to get to see the crown jewels or something. So it'd be a good time for us, but a little bit nervous about lockdown now, how it's going to affect us. You know, when you park the furthest place in the car park you can from wherever you're going, and then a bloody van pulls up right next to you. So we're in a bit of a no man's land at the moment as to what really to do. I mean, I suppose really what you should do is just book it, go, and then see what happens. But the last two holidays, the holidays this year, so what I normally do, if you follow the channel, you know we go to France, and I go for a month, and that's pretty much all the holidays, and we do little holidays around that, but there won't be any other long holidays for us. At the moment I'm self-employed, so if I don't work I don't get paid, so we kind of factor in the whole year's worth of budgeting is for those 4 weeks in France, really, because not only do we have the cost of the holiday, we also get hit by me not having a month's worth of pay, obviously. And if you add it all up, it's an expensive holiday. However, what the south of France does give us is almost guaranteed weather. I say almost guaranteed. Last year it was more windy than it has been before, and we did have a weekend in the middle that was a torrential rain and hailstones, and it was just like being in November. Well, actually, it's like being in the UK in August. So that's why we do the France thing. Well, look, you get a limited amount of time on off work to do holidays, so that time we are off, we want to be able to enjoy ourselves. And I wouldn't mind if the sun was out. It's just the constant cloud that we get out of the UK, or the threat of it anyway. I mean, you can be lucky, of course. I mean, I've seen people that went away to Cornwall a couple of weeks before we went. It was lovely, almost like 30 degrees. So we're not anti-UK holidays at all. It's just weather. So I've done a few little jobs around the caravan. Now the caravan's coming up to 3 years old, I think. So little few bits need doing. I've lost the dust covers on the Alco hitch. The covers that go either side of the friction pads, where the friction pads are. I've lost those dust covers. Now I noticed somebody on Twitter was talking about them a few months ago, and they got some, but I can't remember who it was or where they got them from. I was pretty sure it was eBay. I couldn't find just the covers, so anyway I thought, let's go for it, in for a penny, in for a pound, and I bought the friction pads that came with the dust cover. So last weekend I replaced the friction pads. Really straightforward job. With the Cartagena, the bedroom window, it's a really long window, it's almost, I don't know, 1.5 meters, 2 meters long. It's a really long window with a big blind, and that was kind of sagging in the middle. I know somebody had a problem with it and they went back to the dealer to get it fixed, and honestly the place we bought it from is the southwest, so with like a 3-hour tow or something. The nearest dealer of any description to us is around the M25, probably 40 minutes maybe each way, towing, and all that hassle just to get that done is, there's no way. So I had to go myself. So basically there's a couple, the weird thing is that the top rail was sagging in, and there's a couple of screws that I thought were holding the bracket up, the frame up, but they're kind of not. It's kind of a really weird thing where it seems to sit on top of the screws. So I undid them a bit, did them up a little bit, and then just hooked it back on again. It seems to be right, but it all seems a bit weird, bit of a weird setup. You'd have thought somehow that the screws were definitely not attached to the frame. So that's pretty much it for the update. Not much of an update really, because we're coming into the end of the season now, as I'm sure you'll agree as well. It's been a bit of a washout the season. For us, all the best weather was in lockdown. As soon as literally the weekend we went away, the 4th of July, it was cloudy, miserable, and almost like October rather than July. I do get the overall feeling that I've basically wasted 4 weeks holiday on 2 weeks in East Sussex and 2 weeks in Devon and Cornwall, and purely because of because of the weather, and also nothing's open. Not that we do a great deal, but it was just weird. I don't know, it's just weird. Anyway, it's made us more determined to do France next year, if at all possible, because for us it's so much more of an enjoyable holiday. And I know everybody can't do it, and you don't really need to go as far south as we do, and you don't need a month. Actually, you probably need a month to go where we go, but you could go much further north, like halfway down, and on the west coast round near Le Rochelle. We've been there. That's really nice as well, but we like to go absolutely as far south as we can go to pretty much guarantee the weather, because it's the beach and the sea for us at the moment. Well, really Mandy, and I'll do whatever Mandy wants to do. I get a little bit bored on the beach. So this year I was looking at getting a kayak. I've seen Ian from the Love of Caravans. Oh yeah, he's a bit of a kayaker on the quiet. But I did have a look, and even they're not cheap. So I'll have to revisit that. Maybe I'll borrow Ian's one. That'll be a big man size, I'm sure. I'll edit that bit out. Anyway, that's all from Newport Pagnell service stations. Newport Pagnell service station. I'm going to continue my journey north, and there will be a vlog coming out at some point, assuming I buy whatever it is I'm going to look at. Comments below what you think I might be looking at. It's a caravan and motorhome dealer. Guys looking at me as if I'm a loony, which I probably am. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for further updates. There'll be a link somewhere in that corner or that corner. Now I've got an interesting task here because I'm in the car, and the way I've got it mounted with a GoPro mount, I'm filming upside down. So if this is all upside down, then you obviously know that I couldn't figure out how to flip it round again. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.